Right. Hi everyone, my name is Priscilla Rodriguez and I am the owner of Modern Wellness Counseling as well as a licensed marriage and family therapist here in the state of Texas. I'm super excited to be sharing with you a new clinician who's going to be joining our practice. So without further ado, I would like to introduce you to Isaac. So Isaac, can you share a little bit about yourself, who you are and kind of what license do you have?
Course, yeah. Hi, my name is Isaac Staton. I'm a licensed professional counselor in LPC here in Texas. And I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah. And Isaac, what kind of clients do you normally work with?
I've focused a lot of my time working with victims of trauma. I focus a lot on trauma, but I also work with LGBTQ individuals. I also work with anxiety, depression, um, but whatever it is that you have, I'll see if I can help.
Yeah, yeah. So a huge range, a big spectrum as far as like different clients that you see. So of course, different types of therapy approaches are obviously helpful based on what a client comes in for. So I'm curious, like, what are some of your like therapy approaches that you're comfortable with using?
Yeah, I try and tailor it based off of who I'm talking to. So first session with me is probably going to be a lot of like, what do you vibe with kind of
Hmm.
situations. Uh, the default is going to be the cognitive behavioral therapy, the CBT. But I've also used person-centered, and I've also used solution-based and those kinds of things. But the one thing that I is a fast rule for me is I want to always make sure that whatever it is that I'm offering or suggesting is something that I've actually done. Because
Hmm.
I don't want to be doing something that I don't think would actually be helpful. So.
Hmm. Hmm. Right, right. Yeah. Yes, there's kind of this piece too of like, hey, this is something that I have either tried or I have seen or have, would be willing to try as well. So I think there's always that part too of, um, I think when it comes to clinician, being able to put yourself in your client's shoes and understand where they're coming from, which obviously can help in a therapy relationship. All right.
Mhm.
Thanks for sharing that. And last, I'm curious, what would you tell a client who is maybe feeling nervous or maybe anxious about starting therapy, especially when working with you?
First of all, I get it. I do. I went through therapy myself whenever I was in college. I think the first thing and the main thing that I would say to somebody who's like really worried is like remember the confidentiality stuff. Like even if it's something like even if you're like, "Oh, I don't like this guy." Like I get it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to find a therapist that you really like. I hope that I'm the one. Like I try and be very accommodating, but like sometimes things just don't work out between a therapist and the client. And so like that everything that you tell me, nobody can uh like I can't tell anybody. So
Mm-hmm.
like your information is safe and secure.
Yeah.
That would be my advice.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Yeah, that no matter what, like it's okay to take that risk because, it's whatever is shared in that first intake session that it's like, okay, it's safe, it's confidential. And the chances are is like if I don't like this person, I can choose someone else, but chances are they may feel comfortable. And I tell that too with all my clients in their intake session is, hey, you know what, like this is your session, this is like your progress and your treatment. So be very transparent as far as like this collaborative approach that we're kind of going to be using kind of moving forward. So yeah, so thanks for sharing a little bit about yourself, Isaac, as far as the CBT work that you use when working with your clients that you like to see, and yeah, just that understanding piece of like you get the whole piece of being nervous at first. So if y'all have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to us. You can give us a call. Our main line is 210-706-0392. Our intake coordinator, Teresa, can help you get started and get you set up with Isaac. And Isaac does offer a huge, variety of time frames. So you can scroll up to the top of his webpage and see what those times are. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. And thank you so much, Isaac, for being part of our team.
Of course.